We are Old Wesley. We are coaches and volunteers. We are kids of all years. We are designated drivers and honour strivers. We are training day drillers and last-minute thrillers. We are big match days. We are early Sundays. We are first to arrive because we live to strive. We are part of rugby's history, chasing the next victory. We are a family in unity. We are your community. We are pounding heart rates. We are lifelong teammates. We are stories told. We are heart and soul. We are glory days. We are every day. We are rugby giants and post-match pints. We are chest-proud medal. We are every level. We are mums, girls and dads, and do dare lads. We are sponsors and winners, and believing grinners. We are here to compete until we are dead on our feet. We are from here and there, tourers extraordinaire. We are power and pace, and bruised bone face. We will always thus be the spirit of rugby. We are here because of you and because of your unwavering support. Thank you. 130 years, a club for life. Old Wesley, 1891.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Donnybrook Stadium for today's AIL Division 1B round 15 game between Old Wesley and Garryowen. Apologies one and all, I'm a little bit out of breath. I've just run over from the back pitch where I have been coaching, and can inform everybody that the Fifths are currently drawing with Swords first team 7-all. So exciting stuff over on the back pitch. Okay, so we're waiting for the teams to come out here. So we'll while we wait for the teams to come out, we'll run through the teams quickly after that, but we'll hear a word from our sponsors, PTSB.
Every interaction, every innovation, every connection, every little thing we do at PTSB is built upon a better understanding of you. And it all comes together to create a banking experience that's altogether more human. PTSB, altogether more human.
Again, massive thank you to PTSB. Sorry folks, I have the stand people shouting at me while I'm live streaming. Massive thank you to PTSB, of course, who are supporting our stream week in, week out. Without their support, we wouldn't be able to bring you live streams like this. Niall Deneen, please leave me alone. All right, folks, so quickly, while we wait for the teams to come out, we'll have a quick run through our visitors here today. Of course, Garryowen sitting third in the table, just a solitary point behind Old Wesley. And again, coming with a very, very strong side here today. At 15, former Irish University's international Colm Hogan. 14, Colin Quilligan. 13, and captain Brian Fitzgerald. 12, Jack Delaney. 11, Oren McNulty. 10, Dylan Hicks. 9, Neely Cronin. 8, Donica Byrne. 7, Jack Doyle. 6, Geronimo Eusp. 5, Kevin Seymour. 4, Cian Hurley. 3, Oisin Carney. 2, Max Klein. and 1 George Haddon. Star-studded team there with a lot of quality all across from 1 to 15. On the bench, Dean Fanning, Darren McCarthy, Des Fitzgerald, Sean Renninson, Kelvin Langland and JJ O'Neill. And your old Wesley team for today, with a few changes over from the game at Blackrock. At 15, Nathan Randalls in for the injured Thomas Lark. 14, Owen Murphy. 13, the hot stepper himself, Alex Malloy. 12, and last week's man of the match, Owen Deegan. 11, Fergus Jenfrey. At 10, former club captain and former 10, Ian Cassidy in for the injured Monaghan. 9, Ben Stevens. The inimitable Will Fay at 8. Josh Pym at 7. Cathal Kelly, the guy in the red scrum cap, at 6. Ruben Pym, our captain, at 5. David Mateer at 4. Cronin Gleeson at 3. Howard Noonan at 2. And 1, the second Noonan, Harry Noonan, brothers locking at the front row there. On the bench we have Irish Under-20s international Stephen Smith, ably supported by Sam Kenny, Shane Cawley, Liam O'Neill, Keith Kavanagh and Bill Corrigan. Not Billy Corrigan, the under-20 second row, but Bill Corrigan, the reserve back. And of course our match referee today is Christopher Locke. So we're about to kick off here on a dry day in Donnybrook. Again, we came down this morning at 8:30. The pitch was completely covered with snow, so huge credit must go to the first 15 coaching staff and management, and of course ably supported by a couple of key club members shoveling snow off the pitch. It was a complete blanket of snow this morning, but now look at it, beautiful green AstroTurf. We're underway. Deegan is waiting for the kick-off, gathers it on second attempt. Jenfrey is into support, out to Gleeson. Gleeson carrying Wesley Still in their 22. Box coming here, I would imagine. It's a high hanging box. Gathered there by the Garryowen fullback Colm Hogan. Neely Cronin there, digging for the ball. Big press for Wesley. Cries of crossing from the sideline, but the referee says no. Oh, Garryowen are in behind here. That last pass just doesn't go to hand. It's knocked on from Wesley. Garryowen have advantage here, just outside the Wesley 22. Big carry there by the 3 Oisin Carney. But again, we're going to go back for the knock on the sideline. That was a lively opening stanza there by Garryowen. Now, ladies and gents, I hope you can hear me clearly wherever you're watching in the world today. And please do leave a comment in our comment section and let us know where you're watching from. It's always good to see how far our reach is. So, Neely Cronin now gets ready with this restart scrum. Wesley get the shove on. Owens turned it over, but the referee says he wants a reset. Some of the home fans a little bit aghast by that decision. Okay, so we'll go again with another reset scrum here. Neely Cronin puts it in. Wesley tries to get the shove on, but this time it's locked out by Garryowen. Ball is spilled forward. No, referee says play on. Now it's spilled forward. Big hit by Harry Noonan. Referee says it goes backwards. Penalty there against Noonan for a clean from the side. I think a little bit of frustration there boiling over. Apologies there for the noise, folks. A couple of fire brigades running behind us out of Donnybrook Fire Station. And Garryowen have indicated that they'll take a kick. Dylan Hicks puts the ball down. He fancies his chances here. So we are inside the first 4 minutes of the game here, and Garryowen are taking their first shot at the posts. Hicks stands over the penalty. Strike is good. Flags go up. And that's a 3-0 lead for Garryowen, courtesy of the boot of Dylan Hicks. Cathal Kelly gathers the restart, just brings it inside the Garryowen 22. Harry Noonan with the next carry. Stevens looks to get his hands on it. Goes out wide to Cassidy. Cassidy in behind to Malloy. Malloy sends it flat out to the wing. Owen Murphy manages to keep the ball in play. Wesley still have it here. Josh Pym, high tackle possibly. Referee says no. Cassidy plays the inside ball. No room there for Stevens. Malloy has a look. Plays it to Faye. Faye gets it back to Malloy. Referee set forward. Well, that's been a lively opening few minutes, and it's clear to say that our referee today is a fan of playing advantage here. Cronin opts to come down the blind. He has support with the winger. He feeds the winger. Great tackle there by Randalls on Colin Quilligan. Numbers out wide for Garryowen if they can get it there quickly. Garryowen now just to the Wesley 5. Murphy makes the tackle, it's played back in field. Referee says a try. Trying to see who the try scorer was. And I believe the try was scored by the captain, Brian Fitzgerald. So a big sideline conversion to come here. And he gets it. Flags are up. Big kick there by Dylan Hicks to add the extras. Garryowen are leading 10-0 here inside the first 10 minutes of this game. Taken in the air by Geronimo Yusp. And a high tackle there against Old Wesley. That's a huge kick there by Hicks, who has pushed the ball right outside the Old Wesley 22. So Max Klein gets ready with the put in. Goes to the tail. It's taken at the tail. But referee says free kick Wesley. And Wesley up for the scrum here. Wesley sensing some possible scrum dominance here today. So Ben Stevens gets ready to put it in. Ball safely to the back. Stevens to Cassidy. Cassidy to Malloy. Malloy kicks downfield. Straight out. And he was outside his 22. Ball was passed in, obviously. So Garryowen will have another chance here as George Haddon delivers the call to Max Klein. Stolen in the air by Pym. On it is Kavanagh. Kavanagh moves it up to the 22. Stevens with the high box, high hanging box. Hogan has to come forward to take it. He successfully does. Tackle is made out in the wing. Big carry there by Cian Hurley. Kavanagh on this. Hicks plays inside. Josh Pym right up in the defensive face there. Great line speed. Carry by Jack Delaney for Garryowen. And it's knocked on in contact. Frustratedly kicked away by George Haddon, but Wesley will be happy with that. So we'll take a brief pause while Cronin Gleeson is down for some treatment. And just looking over the back pitch, it still seems to be 7-all between Old Wesley fifths and Swords firsts. And again, a phenomenal effort was put in today by the Old Wesley first team coaches and management who are out since 8:30 this morning with shovels and brushes, cleaning the pitch, snow-covered pitch, so the game could happen. And then the fifths themselves came down before their game, and all the players shoveled off the snow off the back pitch so they could play. A phenomenal effort by the lads this morning to make sure the rugby could go ahead today. And our friends at Bective are welcome. They were in their beds, but they can. We put the work in so they can play their game later on too. All right, Stevens at the base. Plays Cassidy. Cassidy's through. Oh, it's intercepted. Brian Fitz, the captain and try scorer, with the interception. Hicks plays in behind. It's a great hit by Kavanagh. A phenomenal hit. The ball is loose. We're going to come back for a knock on anyway. Phenomenal hit by Kavanagh, getting the turnover. So Wesley with another restart here. Roughly the same position but the opposite angle. Wesley trying to push on. It's picked by Fay. Fay feeds Stevens. Stevens into the back of him. Deegan in playing scrum half to Kelly. Kelly's been lively in the opening minutes here for Old Wesley. Strong carry again. Cassidy to Cronin Gleeson. Gleeson past the first would-be tackler. Oh, that ball is spun out loose. Wesley need to be careful here. Cassidy takes it in. Malloy plays Fay. Fay's met by the back row and second row of Garryowen. Out to Pym. Pym again just met by a wall of baby blue. Oh, it's a penalty coming here for Old Wesley. They're playing with advantage. Alex Malloy spots a half gap. He's through. And again, beats two. Foot trip. But he's still going somehow. Cassidy now plays it short to Kelly. Kelly's been a bowling ball like for opening 15 minutes here. Harry Noonan I should say. No, Howard Noonan cleaning up. Half gap for Cassidy. It goes back to Deegan. Wesley now 10 out from that Garryowen line. Gleeson to Malloy. Malloy sidles his way through the defence. Will Fay again with the carry through the first tackler. Still going, he's 2 yards short. Numbers are calling out wide if Wesley can use them. Wesley a yard short here. David Moitier. And he gets it down on the line. Rapturous response from the home bench just below me here. The outstretched arm of David Moitier gets Wesley back into this game. But again, another amazing break by Alex Malloy. Cassidy adds the extras, no questions there. So that leaves the score 10-7 here after 15 minutes in Donnybrook. And I believe the Fifths have scored on the back pitch too to extend their lead over Swords. Hicks with the restart. He went deep the last time. He goes deep again this time. Randalls takes it. Met by George Haddon. Kelly again with a carry through the first tackler. Gleeson out the back door to Pym. Wesley are coming onto the ball with a lot of tempo now. Cassidy spots some space in the backfield. Sends it long. Colm Hogan is back and is gathered. Hogan now surveys his options, and he's just met at the defensive line by a wall of Wesley jerseys. Klein takes it in. He's tackled. Out to Hicks. Hicks to Fitzgerald, the captain. Brian Fitz. Is he going to be turned over, Wesley? Yes, he is. Wesley have the ball here now. Gemfrey brings it infield. Takes 3 to bring down the winger. Harry Noonan with the carry. Wesley have numbers on the short side. Moitier, the try scorer. Stevens in behind from Howard Noonan. Cassidy just sees blue jerseys and doesn't risk it. Josh Pym. Offload off the deck to Gleeson. Offload to Noonan. Noonan is still going. More spins than a Whirlwitzer. Moitier. No option but to take it in. Stevens to Pym. Josh. Josh with the big leg drive, bringing it up to the 22. Will Fay at receiver. Thinks about the pass, but brings it in. Stevens to Kelly. Kelly, surely there's no way through here for Kelly. Hicks with the tackle. Cassidy, there's some space in behind. And Murphy's on his own over the wing if they can get it to him. Cassidy steps through, he doesn't have anybody with him. He was looking to get the offload, but they just weren't there. Gemfrey, the sevens player, tries to step through into Howard Noonan. Howard Noonan. Oh, it's a last-ditch tackle by Colm Hogan, the fullback for Garryowen. Wesley now 7 or 8 yards short. Josh Pym carries in. Noonan with the clean. Wesley still have it. Everybody saying go on the other side. Out to Malloy. Malloy gives it out. Murphy in the corner. Yes, the referee says. And it's a try for Wesley. I believe it may have been Nathan Randalls with the try. I'm just trying to get some confirmation. It was indeed the fullback Nathan Randalls with the try. Which gives Wesley a 12 points to 10 lead here with 20 minutes on the clock. And Cassidy with the touchline conversion to come. Absolutely monstrous kick from the touchline to give Wesley a 4-point lead after 20 minutes here. 14 points to 10 of Garryowen. A try from David Moitier, a try from Nathan Randalls, and 2 conversions from 10 Ian Cassidy. Hicks now, will he go short this time after 2 longs? Nope, goes long again. Deegan this time gets it a first bounce, takes it up the wing. Oh, he could be in trouble here, and he is. He just got himself separated a little bit from Jeffries. Garryowen with the peck, with the kick to come. Then Dylan Hicks is a high percentage kicker. What do you think about this? No, Neely Cronin gives it to him and says send us down the line. Looks like an equalising score on the back pitch by Swords. First team against our fifths. And it's crooked in by the hooker, Max Klein. So for those watching at home, it's now 12-all on the back pitch between the fifths and Swords first team. And we return to action here on the front pitch. Wesley with a scrum inside their own 22. Ooh. Bit of a blooper there by Wesley. The ball, they have to play this from behind our own line. Murphy now tries to step his way out of trouble, and he does. Bit of an ankle breaker there by Murphy. He's brought the ball way outside the 22. Wesley are moving downhill here. Cassidy's numbers outside if he can use it. To Jeffrey, the seventh player. To Kelly, the back row. Kelly splits the D. He has support if he can use them. Plays it back. Wesley have it. Penalty coming here, surely. Oh, the Garryowen captain slowing the ball down, stopping Wesley getting a quick recycle. Cassidy in behind to Malloy. Malloy kicks it through, treads the needle, but it keeps in. And it's returned with some interest by Colin Quilligan, the Garryowen winger. So we'll restart with a line out on the 10-yard line for Wesley. Oh my word, and I've just seen one of the greatest crossfield kicks gathered in mid-air in the dead ball area and touched down by the fives. Unbelievable stuff on the back pitch. Moit here with the take. Wesley need to be careful here. It's a sloppy ball at the back, but Stevens has it. Pull back pass to Cassidy, out wide to Jeffrey. Jeffrey, the former sevens player, opts to go on the outside. Colin Hogan with the tackle. Fitzgerald with the interception. The captain kicks it down. The ball is going to hang and stay in. Wesley are retreating. Deegan is back with this one. He has support of Malloy. Oh, he doesn't, just don't get caught here. He does get caught, but it gets away to Malloy. Malloy relieving pressure. This is end-to-end stuff here in Donnybrook, folks. I mean, where else would you get rugby of this? Can't even use my words. This frantic nature for a tenner. Unbelievable stuff. And of course, we do have to thank our sponsors, PTSB. PTSB altogether more human. Without their support, we couldn't be bringing you these games week in, week out for free. So just some treatment to the captain, Ruben Pym. And we'll restart with a Garryowen line out. Just inches outside the Wesley 22. Garryowen going full with this line out. They're looking to turn them all, but Wesley are alert to it. They have a bit of a soft centre here. Wesley need to be careful. Neely Cronin is trying to dig it out. He goes down the blind, plays the pop pass out to Quilligan. Penalty coming here for Wesley. It was the hooker Max Klein who went off his feet at ruck time. Quilligan just got a little bit disconnected. But a lovely little break by Neely Cronin, the 9. A 9 of unbelievable experience. Okay, as we approach the half-hour mark here, referee not happy with the gap. Christopher Locke, our referee today. To the tail, to Pym. Oh, bounced off the face of Noonan. Cassidy manages to get in his hands, but he's held up, gets the ground. Wesley will retain ball here. Living dangerously again. Deegan tries to bounce his way out of trouble. Huge clean by Kelly. Box coming from Stevens. Dummies the box to Malloy. Malloy sends it safely into the stand. So Max Klein will get us going again here with a line out. Short line out by Garryowen. Goes to the tail, it's an overthrow. Howard Noonan has it in his hands, he straightens, moves downhill, but it's an unbelievable rip by Neely Cronin. Nobody in his team saw it. Oh, and we're going to see a yellow card here. Yellow card for the 9, Neely Cronin. Foot trip kick. So, the last 10 minutes of the half, Garryowen will be without the services of the vastly experienced 9, Neil Cronin. After a wonderful turnover that sadly nobody's team saw, he just got a little bit frustrated and tried to make a tackle with the boot. Starting to get a little bit grey here, folks. We may have a bit of rain coming in. Slippery pill. To the tail again. Yeah, it's crooked. Yep, so the rain has just started to fall here in Donnybrook. So we're going to have a bit of a slippy pill for the next few minutes. So Garryowen now will restart with a scrum. The centre, Jack Delaney playing 9. Delaney works around the outside, kicks downfield. It's going to be a bouncing ball. A wet bouncing ball for Randis to handle. He really needed to get that in flight, but again it's knocked on. So we're entering the last 10 minutes of the half here. Our stadium clock is saying 31 minutes. On-screen clock saying 32. Of course, the stadium clock has been stopping for stoppages. Wesley get the shove on. They've hooked that one against the head and get the penalty. Huge reaction from the Wesley bench underneath me here. Pats on the back by the to the front row and the back row. And the referee seems to move the penalty back a little bit, but that's okay. Cassidy now sends it upfield. Ooh. Don't think he quite caught that one. It was a bit of a low trajectory kick into the stand. Luckily, we didn't have any points spilled though, so we're all right. Again, Moitier at the front with the take. Wesley trying to get the drive on. It's splintered a little bit. Noonan breaks away. He's on his own up the wing. He's no option but to take contact. Wesley here with advantage. They've numbers out wide if they can use them as well. But they're going direct through the middle. Will Fay on the ball. Cassidy. Straight through to Moitier. Moitier's got an open pathway. And he scores. Like the parting of the Red Sea, the gap just opened up for Moitier and he went in straight under the post for his second try of the day. And there's also been a converted try for Swords on the back pitch too, which makes it 19 points to 7 to Swords first against our fifths. And Cassidy with the conversion. So it's 21 points to 10 here. And of course, Garryowen playing with a man in the bin. Neely Cronin in the bin for a foot trip 4 or 5 minutes ago. Harry Noonan cleaning up the backwards drop. Takes it into contact. Moitier, the try scorer, with the carry. Garryowen man trapped on the far side. He needs to be careful he doesn't get in the way. Little flick from Ben Stevens into Jeffrey, who steps in field. He's met by a big tackle by the second row of Garryowen. Stevens directing traffic at the base box to come. It's a long box kick downfield. Cleaned up by Colm Hogan. Colm Hogan returns. Stevens is there to gather it. Second bite at the cherry and knocks it out, having gathered in his own 22. Jack Delaney, of course, in playing scrum half, asks for the penalty and he gets it. And we're just had a very interesting moment on the back pitch. The Fifths are down 19 points to 17, trailing Swords. Swords gathered the kick off after they scored, kicked it out through the goal, thinking the game was over. Referee said no, time for one more play. Gave old Wesley a scrum. And the Fifths have scored off the scrum. Back to the action here. Wesley playing with advantage for a high shot. The referee says no, we'll go back for the original advantage. So full time on the back pitch, and the Fifths have won 26 points to 19 over Swords' first team. Now, back to the main event. Wesley with a scrum inside their 22. About 3 minutes left here in the first half. Stevens instructing the pack to march on with it, looking for the penalty, and he gets it. Neely Cronin is warming up underneath me here, ready to come back on. Referee chatting about captains, bit of chat happening back and forth. Just asking for a bit of a headache break, I'm assured. The rain has stopped here in Donnybrook also. Noonan to the tail, taken by Pym. Noonan plays the other Noonan. Back. Murphy through the middle. Back to Gleeson. Pull back pass. No, doesn't give it. Plays Stevens. Stevens to Randalls. Randalls looks for space inside. There's none there. He needs to get to deck. He does. Good line speed here by the Garryowen D. Harry Noonan looks for room on the outside. There's none there. Ball spurts out. Cassidy on the hang pass. Gathered by Murphy. Referee deems to be forward. And Cronin enters the fray again just as the half-time whistle is blown. Well, that's been an exciting half of rugby here, folks. Garryowen starting the stronger, but Wesley getting right back into the game. As both sides return to the sheds on a cold, drizzly day here in Donnybrook for half-time. I'm going to get a quick coffee and we'll hear a word from our sponsors and we'll be back again shortly.
Every interaction, every innovation, every connection, every little thing we do at PTSB is built upon a better understanding of you. And it all comes together to create a banking experience that's altogether more human. PTSB, altogether more human.
We are Old Wesley. We are coaches and volunteers. We are kids of all years. We are designated drivers and honour strivers. We are training day drillers and last-minute thrillers. We are big match days. We are early Sundays. We are first to arrive because we live to strive. We are part of rugby's history, chasing the next victory. We are a family in unity. We are your community. We are pounding heart rates. We are lifelong teammates. We are stories told. We are heart and soul. We are glory days. We are every day. We are rugby giants and post-match pints. We are chest-proud medal. We are every level. We are mums, girls and dads, and do dare lads. We are sponsors and winners, and believing grinners. We are here to compete until we are dead on our feet. We are from here and there, tourers extraordinaire. We are power and pace, and bruised bone face. We will always thus be the spirit of rugby. We are here because of you and because of your unwavering support. Thank you. 130 years, a club for life. Old Wesley, 1891.
Again, a huge thank you to our sponsors, PTSB. Without their support, we wouldn't be able to bring you these games for free, week in, week out. So, as we await the teams to come back out of the sheds at halftime, we've got some of our minis, our under 6s and under 7s, out playing at halftime, having a run around on a Saturday. I can see all the coaches out there. Some of them looking a little ginger. We were all at a dinner last night, and I, for one, am glad I'm not in amongst 20 kids this morning playing rugby. So, if you're watching along on YouTube, please do give us a like and a follow. It really does help bring the game to a much wider audience, and it helps us bring you these games for free every week. We really do appreciate it. Okay, folks, I'll be back in a moment while we wait the teams to come out. And I've just had a word in the stands there that UCC have opened the scoring down in Highfield, and they are 7-0 up. For anybody else interested in any of the results going on around the league today, I can see movement down in the corridor, so the teams will be back out on the pitch in a couple of moments, and we'll get this second half underway. So quick highlights, recap of the first half. Garryowen raced out to a 10-0 lead thanks to a Brian Fitzgerald try and a Dylan Hicks penalty and conversion. Wesley then bounced back into the game with 2 tries from David Moitier and a try in the corner by Nathan Randalls, ably helped by 3 conversions from Ian Cassidy, leaving it 21 points to 10 here at half-time. And of course, Garryowen playing out the last 10 minutes of the first half with 14 players as Neil Cronin was in the bin, and he will now be back on for the second half. The rain has stopped here in Donnybrook, the sun has come out, it's a cold day but perfect for rugby. And again, a blanket of snow covered both pitches at 10 a.m, 8 a.m. this morning when we were down, and phenomenal work was done with shovels and brushes and anything we can get our hands on to clear the pitch to make sure both games went ahead today on back and front pitch. All right, folks, we'll wait the teams to be back shortly. All right, lots of action still going in the front pitch with the minis. It's a slightly longer half time today. I guess given the conditions we had here, the teams had to go back into the sheds. So we'll take a quick word again from our sponsor, PTSB, while we wait the teams come back out.
Every interaction, every innovation, every connection, every little thing we do at PTSB is built upon a better understanding of you. And it all comes together to create a banking experience that's altogether more human. PTSB, altogether more human.
Again, a huge thank you to PTSB, Altogether More Human, our title sponsor for streaming here. Hello, Wesley, and remember again, give us a like and a follow, and you'll be able to get the PTSB Game in 5 highlights on Mondays when they're first uploaded to YouTube. So, Ian Cassidy gets us back underway here in Donnybrook. Sends it deep. Colm Hogan's underneath it. And pressure by the Wesley defence, forcing a knock on as Garryowen look to work out of their own 22. So Wesley have had, it's been fair to say they've had scrum dominance in the first half of the game. They look to continue that here in the second half. Prime attacking position just on that 22-yard line. And Owen Murphy has moved to the stand touchline just underneath us here. He's unmarked. Fay to Stevens. Stevens to Cassidy in behind. Cassidy bobbles the ball but manages to maintain it. Looks to offload. Stevens again. Hands on it. Cathal Kelly took it up. This time it's Josh Pym. Still moving downhill. Cassidy in behind to Deegan, out to Kelly. Ooh. Deegan was like Peter Cech, the old Chelsea goalkeeper, diving out with one hand trying to get that ball, but sadly it eluded him and went out into touch. Short line out again here for Garryowen. Wesley need to resource that maul. Garryowen have got the truck on. And again, they're still moving forward. It's been a very good maul there for Garryowen. And it's still moving forward. Cronin now with his hands on it. Out to Hicks. Correction, sorry, out to the centre, Delaney. Hicks tries to get in. Cathal Kelly's on the ball, but he's down. In behind. Good run there by Delaney, the centre. Wesley just giving Garryowen the ruck. Getting pressure on the receiver. Klein, the receiver that time. Met by a wall of white. Cronin now looking for the box. He needs to get the Caterpillar in for protection. It's a bobbling ball in the air. Randall's underneath it. Straight into 3 Garryowen players. Cassidy to Gleeson to Moitier. Just little tip on balls there. Pym with the angle run back inside. Out. Pym in behind. Gives it to Malloy. Malloy to Murphy. Murphy needs to stay in field here. Wesley have turned it over. Stevens doing a bit of body surfing in at ruck time. And it was Jack Daly from Garryowen who took umbrage to Stevens' body surfing. And the referee's going to bring it back in. So Stevens has been called in for a chat. Don't think we'll see a card here, but I think he'll be told to show a bit more cop on at ruck time. It'll be a penalty against him. So Hicks now with a chance to move Garryowen up the line. Little committee meeting here before the line out. Referee's asking Garryowen to move in. Klein's getting the call from George Haddon. Goes to the front. Garryowen secure, and they look to maul it again. It's a very narrow maul, very hard to defend. Garryowen are still moving down the field. Gleeson has his hands on it in there. The ball is there. Neely Cronin now has to be careful. Cronin Gleeson has stolen it in the ruck. It's going to be a Garryowen line out. Cronin Gleeson just got it. And we're going to have a change here for Garryowen. I can see Des Fitzgerald coming on. And he's going to replace so Des Fitzgerald is on and Geronimo Yusp is off. No changes on the Wesley side just yet. Ruben Pym is on the ball. He's letting the referee know about it. Garryowen now have just spun it out. Cronin. Straight away to Fitzgerald, getting himself into the action. Pulls a crossing from the Wesley fans, but referee says play on. Carried by Hurley. Malloy looking for the ball to go quickly. Stevens just comes in and says, let's slow it down. Kyle Kelly in that ruck, making an absolute nuisance of himself, getting the penalty. And we're going to see a change on the Wesley side. Coming on is the Irish under-20s hooker, Stephen Smith, and coming off is Howard Noonan. So of course Smith involved a couple of weeks ago with Irish under-20s against Italy, but wasn't selected unfortunately for the Wales game last week. And again, Richie Murphy's side, 3 from 3 in the championship, looking for a back-to-back Grand Slam as well, going well. So Howard Noonan off after getting some treatment, and Cassidy pumps us out just maybe 5 or 6 meters out from the Garryowen 22. Solid shift again by Howard Noonan. Ball is out. Cassidy to Gleeson. Tip on to Josh Pym. Cassidy takes the ball, or Deegan takes the ball high to Randalls. Gets in behind. Brian Fitz, the captain of Garryowen, makes a tackle. Cassidy to Pym again. Pym has been lively as ever today, putting himself around on that ball. Cassidy with a short pass, little pop. Wesley still have it. Ruben Pym out the wing, picks, looks to work in field. Ball is still there for Stevens. Gleeson at first receiver. Out to Cassidy. Into Randalls. Big hit by Fitzgerald, the sub. Malloy surveys his options, switches it back. Again, Pym on the wing. Ruben loses in contact but goes backwards. Referee says no, went forwards. Wesley just trying to force it a little bit there rather than taking it in, set up and re-go. So we'll restart with a Garryowen scrum. Early hit by Wesley, free kick. Garryowen up the scrum again. So we will restart again with a Garryowen scrum. And we've had 2 minutes of scrums now at this stage and we haven't moved anywhere. Wesley now with 2 deep, 3 up front. In the back line. Scrum gets a good shove on, Cronin digs it out. Jack Delaney absolutely bouncing off guys. Out the back door by Colm Hogan. But referee says it was a high tackle and we're going to come back for the penalty by Malloy. Huge carry there by Jack Delaney, the 12 of Garryowen. Bouncing off Wesley tacklers. So Hicks now gets a chance to move Garryowen up the line. Garryowen going full with this line out, it looks like. Garryowen going full and Jack Delaney just off the line out at first receiver. Hand in there by Wesley, but Garryowen retain it. Big carry at first receiver there by Cian Hurley. Out to Jack Daly, who tries to get past the tackler. And again breaking through tackles is the 12, Jack Delaney. Out to Fitzgerald, the sub. To Hurley. Hurley gets through the first tackler and the second tackler. Now the 8, Donnybrook Byrne gets involved. It's a pull-back pass. It's loose, it's on the deck. Wesley are pressing hard. Colm Hogan loses in contact. And Wesley will get the scrum. Calls for offside penalty, but referee says no, we'll just scrum it. Starting to get chilly here in Donnybrook again, and it's starting to get overcast. We may have another shower of rain in the next few minutes, I think. I know Henry Hurley's watching at home, and Henry, sadly, there's no tennis on the back, so I can't advise on any line calls. Stevens with the kick through. It's bobbled. Darren McCarthy manages to get tackled by his own man, running into the back of the captain Brian Fitzgerald, and Ornan McNulty, I should say, into the back of Brian Fitzgerald. And where's he get the penalty? Cassidy now sends it into the 22, sends it out in the full. It's going to be a scrum back. Again, a huge scrum by Wesley. Turned over. Will Fay picks straight into Dylan Hicks. Bounces him. Wesley playing with advantage. They come back down the short side. Goes out long to Stevie Smith. Stevie Smith works up the line past the first tackler. Tackles made then by George Haddon. Josh Pym met by 2. Wesley, of course, still playing with advantage. Cassidy, there's numbers out wide if we can move it. Malloy bobbles. Malloy cuts inside. He's through 1. He's through 2. He has support. Ben Stevens is with him. Ben within 10 of the Garryowen line. Back out to Cassidy. Cassidy short to Jeffries. Referee says forward pass. A great break again by Malloy. And here come more of the bomb squad for Garryowen. Number 17, Darren McCarthy, and number 20, Kelvin Langan, are coming on here. And also, number 20 for Old Wesley, Keith Kavanagh, is coming on. So Kavanagh on for Ben Stevens. Stevens having a lively as ever first half. And off for Garryowen is Dylan Hicks, the 10. Being replaced by Kelvin Langan. And Darren McCarthy is off for Oisin Carney, it looks like, for Garryowen. So Garryowen will restart with the scrum. 10 from their own line. Huge scrum last time by Wesley. Ooh, referee says Wesley whipping the bind, and it's going to be a penalty out. That's a get out of jail free card for Garryowen. To the tail, and it's crooked. Stephen Smith couldn't quite grab it. We're going to come back for a I'm not sure. Referee is deeming a knock on. He said it was a straight throw and Wesley knocked it on, so that's fair enough. It's his call. Good crowd in attendance again here today. Couple of hundred in the stand, a full balcony. I can even see the Rowley brothers below me here in the stand. Of course, divided loyalties with the Rowleys today. Wesley now get the push on again. And another penalty at scrum time. He's saying that Howard Noonan is dropping his knee, not supporting his own body weight. It's been a fairly lively second half, but a couple of line breaks by Old Wesley. But Garryowen Scramble E has been holding. Much better line out that time by Klein. And that Garryowen maul is so dangerous. They have been making inroads against Wesley for most of the game at maul time. In comes Donica Byrne to add his weight to it. Some Wesley have turned it over. Huge cheer from the home fans as Sam Kenny is introduced off the bench. He will replace Howard Noonan, I'm sure. How he's coming off, having had a very, very good game so far. And Sam Kenny is in now. So Wesley with the scrum. Keith Kavanagh gets ready to put in. Kavanagh to Cassidy. Cassidy out to Malloy. Malloy has the outside angle. Plays Murphy. Murphy, dink over the top. Malloy's looking after it. It's taken very, very well. Taken very, very well by JJ O'Neill, the Garryowen player. That went not forward. Wesley Rowland, it's turned over. Wesley have it. Wesley don't have it. I don't know what's going on here, to be honest with you. Kicked cross field, and ball rolls out by Kelvin Langan, the sub 10. But again, it was a great counter attack, gathering the grubber by JJ O'Neill, working up the wing. After that, I'm not sure what happened. I don't think anybody knows. But we've a Wesley line out to restart. So we enter the last 20 minutes of this game. Smith spilled, it's over the top. Garryowen have it. Pulby Hall, Langan out to the captain. Fitz out to the winger. Who steps inside? Garryowen are a couple of yards short here. And it's a big turnover by who else? Cathal Kelly. Missed the tackle but made up for it with the turnover. So Cassidy now gets a chance to move us back up the pitch, out into the red zone. But we're only up to the 22. Kenny into Smith with the instructions. Two balls on the pitch, so we must wait. Davy German goes on to fetch it like a young golden retriever. White here takes. Wesley now look to set their own maul up. Pym, he's isolated. Faye is there to clean over. Kavanagh now will have to box his way out of here. Full court press by the Wesley chasers. Dummy. Oh, yeah. Kavanagh with the head nod, dummy. Can't do that. Referee says it's a free kick against you. Very silly by Wesley. Tap and go from the free kick by Garryowen. Langan plays inside. Cronin out to the centre. Again, Jack Delaney causing so much trouble today when he gets his hands on the ball. Captain Brian Fitz looks to offload, but the ball spins forward. And we have another scrum. So, half-time in Highfield. UCC 10, Highfield 7. Queen's University 21, Blackrock 7 up in Dub Lane. And around the corner in Old Belvedere 17, Bucks 21. And again, another penalty at scrum time for Old Wesley. All right, we restart. Smith with the put in for Wesley. Oh, Moitier fingertip stuff back to Pim. Wesley now moving forward. Good counter by Garryowen, stopping a quick box by Kavanagh. He needs to get the bodies there. It's a high hanging box. Well taken again by the winger, JJ O'Neill. Malloy steps out, gets in behind. Brian Fitz, the captain for Garryowen. He's held in. Huge clean out on Deegan. Big carry there by the 8, Donica Byrne. Back to Langan. Oh, we might see a yellow card here. Moitier, silly, careless in the tackle, and it's a yellow card. Yeah, can't argue with that one, I'm afraid. So, Moitier on 66 with the yellow card. Now, Langan, he'll have to go to the corner. I don't think 3 is any good to Garryowen at this stage. So, tackle off the ball and a yellow card for David Moitier. So, Shane Cawley now has been introduced. We have that for line-out options in bulk at scrum time. I'm not sure who's going to come off for him. Cathal Kelly's going to have to make way for the second row of Cawley. So Cawley, all 6-7 of them. Gets in, Wesley, you've got a good shove on that maul. And again, a silly penalty there. Cronin Gleeson in the side, straight in front of the referee. Surely it's going to be a 5-metre line out here now for Garryowen. It was a good initial stop by Wesley. So Klein now with the throw. He's taken in the middle. Wesley just get the nudge on to move them backwards. The maul is down, the ball is there at the back. It's playable. Cronin's trying to get it, but he can't. It's a turnover from Wesley. I think Garryowen hung around a little bit too much, looking for a referee to make a decision from them there, and then didn't get the decision they wished. So Wesley now with a 7-man scrum, but it looks like Alex Malloy might come in and play flank. Nope, Fergus Jeffrey's in on flank. So 5-metre scrum here for Wesley. They've had to, and only 5 men in the backs. That's a free kick for an early shove by Garryowen. Cassidy sends it long upfield and relieve pressure up to the 10-metre line. Knock on the lineup, but Wesley are playing with advantage here. Will Fay straight through the middle. Will Fay still going. On his feet, head down. He doesn't have support. He needs to keep that ball alive, and he does so. Just knocked out of the hands of Deegan. Advantage was kicked away. Malloy has it. Malloy spots room in behind. 50-22. Will it be? Yes, it will. Wonderful kick by Malloy for the 50-22. Wesley in the best position they've been in for a number of minutes here. And again, more replacements. Dean Fanning is coming on to replace Max Klein for Garryowen. And Sean Renninson is coming on as well. So that'll be the Garryowen bench now emptied. So Wesley now with a line out, 6 or 7 from the Garryowen line. Smith ready to throw. It's taken by Fay. The ball's at the back. The maul is slowly moving forward. Wesley still moving forward, but they got to be careful. The sideline is right there. Maul is now down, but Wesley have the ball. Cawley hits straight away. Pym, the captain. On the rewind. Sam Kenny with the tip on the rewind. Again, Wesley just letting Garryowen off the hook with a silly penalty off their feet at ruck time. As we enter the last 10 minutes here, it's about 7-8 minutes left in this game. Wesley hungry for a bonus point here. Game's not won yet though either. Garryowen take that line out. Back to the maul again. That's given Wesley so much trouble today. Cronin plays it out the back. Langan slips through. Feeds Fitzgerald, the captain. Fitzgerald loses the ball in contact. Will Fay has it again. Will Fay still on his feet. It takes a sniper to get Will Fay down. In behind to Randalls. Randalls through. Hits the deck, clears the ball back. Kavanagh to Cassidy. Cassidy plays Cawley, who's coming in. Cassidy now, there's numbers out wide of Wesley, use it smartly here. Cronin Gleeson spins into contact. Back through to Pym. Pym comes in on the angle outside the in line. Fay now at scrum half. What can't he do? Little ball to Alex Malloy. Alex Malloy's let straight away. Oh, I think there'll be a card for that one. Sam Kenny now trucks it up. So we've a low man out the wing. Malloy tries to get through the gap, but the door is shut. Little inside pass to Stephen Smith. Sam Kenny again. Huge hits coming in from Garryowen here. Out behind to Deegan. Deegan with a long ball out. Still kept in. Malloy somehow picked it up. But we're going to come back for the penalty here. I don't think a yellow card will come. I think too much play has gone on. Referee is looking for a number though from the touchy. But he says just a penalty. So Wesley with a prime opportunity here now to set up a 5-metre line out and get something going. Cassidy checks with Morgan. Morgan says corner. Cassidy nods and says, okay, boss. And then he goes. Huge line out coming up for Wesley. 5 minutes left on the clock here in Donnybrook. Man in the bin. And Bill Corrigan comes on for Owen Murphy. Wesley here playing with 14, remember. The bin should be up at any moment. Oh, and the line out is lost and spills forward. Langan to the safety of the sideline for Garryowen. About a minute left on the bin, the referee is saying. Cronin takes it at the tail to Cassidy. Deegan to Smith. Smith still on his feet. Pym at first receiver. Plays in behind to Cassidy. Cassidy on the inside to Randalls. Randalls is met by Fitzgerald. Cassidy now has it. Malloy, he opts to go himself. He's still on his feet. Now he loses in contact. Colm Hogan now surveys his options, plays it out. Cronin. Dean Fanning with his first carry of the game. High tackle, referee says. So, yellow card sin bin is now over for Wesley. Moitier will stay on the bench. And re-entering is Liam O'Neill. So a yellow card substitution. Wesley now back to 15. Overthrown. It's gathered by Stevie Smith, who just kicks it downfield, but the ball's going to run all the way deep. Yes, it will. Just a bit too much toe on that one for Stevie. Clock ticking down in the last 2 minutes here in Donnybrook. One last shove for Wesley to chase that bonus point. And maybe give them a little bit more daylight over the chasing pack in second place. Referee says play on. Colm Hogan was getting treatment in the backfield. He says he's not interfering with play. Ball spills out. Neely Cronin's on it. Met straight away by Owen Deegan. Josh Pym on the captain, Brian Fitz. Ball is out now. Pym straight in there again. Langan takes it behind his backs and is absolutely buckled by Josh Pym with a huge hit. Wesley now pushing Garryowen back down into their own half. They've numbers out wide here. Wesley need to be careful. Hogan moves in field. Cawley's looking for the turnover. Sam Kenny in, putting pressure on the pass. Little crossfield kick comes in here. The bounce mightn't be kind. It's going to be knock on by Old Wesley. Clock hits 80. It's going to be full time. Well, that's it, folks. Full-time score here in Donnybrook, Old Wesley 21, Garryowen 10. An entertaining end-to-end affair. We didn't see as many scores in the second half we saw in the first, but again, nonetheless, Old Wesley solidifying their place in second place in the league. Again, thanks for tuning in. I've been Tom O'Brien, you've been our kind listeners, and please do give us a follow and a like on YouTube. It really does help. We'll be back here in a couple of weeks for our last home game against Queens, and of course we will be streaming it as always, with thanks to PTSB, altogether more human. Okay folks, have a great evening, mind yourselves, and thanks for tuning in.